Bill, if I understood you right, correct me if I'm wrong, you think that even if inflation does take off, it won't necessarily hurt the saver. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's very path dependent. So it means what you just said. It won't necessarily hurt the saver.
Okay.
But there are scenarios you and I could draw where it would be devastating to savers. That's where high negative real rates of return followed by a period of hyperinflation, and savings become worthless. And there are scenarios where mild, sustained inflation in which there's sufficient regulatory flexibility in savings accounts, especially favorable tax treatment for lower income savers, where they manage to stay even on an after-tax basis with inflation. And then all the social virtues of thrift come to play, and inflation is not the dominant story in the equation at all.
So what can America's leaders, do? Can we do anything for the people who are saving? Is there anything that we can do to protect them
from inflation?
Yeah.
You could introduce a savings bond that was inflation linked. Now there's these tips. I loathe them. They're the least accessible savings investment for any human being, even a financial professional. So they immediately went into the hands of sophisticated investors and mutual funds, and ETFs are disasters. If you want to put out an inflation investment for the retail saver, give me a savings bond that pays the inflation rate. And if I go to the newspaper and it says the CPI this year is 2.2%, I want to see 2.2% on my savings bond. And if they put that instrument out and it was tax-free, I think that's pretty easy.
And that would be feasible given our, that wouldn't cost us?
Absolutely. Because the 70 million unbanked, the first 70 million are not going to put so much money in CPI-linked savings bonds that they're going to strip the Treasury from any meaningful revenue. So the social aspects of thrift can be addressed easily. And it's a whole other question why the Treasury and the IRS doesn't do stuff like that. And I know the operating premise is there are no venal and evil people at work here, so I'll leave it to the people. People can follow those rules, can figure out the answer then.